Welcome back. In this week's video, I want to give you 5 tips to help you get the most out of your mentors. Sadly, a lot of people invest in mentors and they believe if they pay the money, then they're going to get the result. Here is what mentoring is like. It's like running. If you do the work, if you go running, it will work. If you don't go running and if you don't do the work, it will not work. So here are some mistakes that I've seen after being in countless masterminds over the last 18 years. First one, don't study. Don't study and don't prepare and don't do the work that is in the membership site. That's how you will absolutely fail and waste the money that you invest. So if you're not preparing, you're not planning, and then you're not actually executing and showing up and doing the work, you're going to fail and you will waste your money. The second thing people do is they will blame the coaching program they are in now instead of taking action to go and ask the mentor and talk to them about the problem that you're having. You could be actually being disappointed, let down, and frustrated with your mentoring program, and then complaining about it, and then you're on other sales calls wasting your time and another coach's time because you're complaining about the current program that you're in. My advice for that is actually reach out to your current mentor or mastermind and bring the problem up, because you don't want to be dragging around your regrets and your resentments into your next mentorship or your next 20 years. That will block you massively if you're doing that. The next one is if you're gossiping. If you're gossiping about other people in the group, or if you're gossiping about the mentor or the mastermind, you're causing rumors, you're causing problems, you're just creating drama. What you ought to be doing is doing the work, executing, and getting into a heart of service to show up to serve and receive. The next one is not asking questions, hiding out in the shadows, feeling too insecure to actually show up and ask for the help that you need. And then you're not being visible and you're not being valuable and you're not showing value by contributing to other people in the mastermind. And then you're not actually asking for the help you need. This is a big one. So what you need to do is you need to think about the questions you have, understand that no problem and no question is stupid, that you deserve to get your questions answered. The reason you're getting the mentoring is because you need help, not because you already know it and you just wanted to pay money to be in their presence. No, you did it because you wanted help. So show up, prepare your questions before you have your time with your mentors and mastermind. Have your questions. Next one, being a victim. So we all have gone through a lot, and when you're going from one level to the next, you're going to have to let go of old parts of you, and it will not be comfortable. Everything that we want is right outside of your comfort zone. So you have to get uncomfortable, and if you're playing the victim or using your WC1, which I call your wounded child, using that WC1, that victim, that downer, that drama person, part of you, those parts of you, you're allowing that to dictate your actions and your results. You will be stuck and then you'll be regretting and resentful. So take full responsibility. I would recommend, as you're going through mentoring, that you actually get some extra support. Maybe it's breath work or it's therapy. EMDR is a really great therapy. Something that's going to help you process, because as you go to your next level, you're going to have things come up. In fact, there's data that says that when you go to your next level, all of your core wounds will show up because they hit the panic button like, oh no, this isn't safe. So give yourself the support that you need to go through to that other side. You don't have to do this alone. I recommend, if you want to get the most out of your actions of investment, number one, study, prepare. Listen and go through the course materials over and over and over. Take notes in written form. Take notes typing. Print out your notes. Study your notes. And then not only that, once you have your notes, then actually implement, execute the actions and get feedback that way. So I'm an experiential learner. I do well by just throwing myself into situations, even though I may not know everything right away. How about you? You don't need to be perfect. You just need to do it, okay? So The next thing I would say is show up, ask for your questions to be answered, get vulnerable. You guys, I will be honest with you. This is the person I am in my mentorship. I go and I invest a lot. The most recent mentor was over $55,000. And there was a period where it wasn't working for me. Here's the real story. I have a friend who is such a good colleague of mine, and she said, Amanda, we were in a program together years before. And she said, Amanda, those first 6 months you were in that program, you were struggling and you were vulnerable, and you'd show up on the calls and you would cry because it wasn't working. And then it clicked and you got it. And then you took the action and you got the result. And my friend Christy said, I believe in you, and I know you're just going through that 6-month phase of learning and understanding, then you're gonna have your breakthrough. So I took her words. I showed up on my current coaching call, vulnerable, totally cried. I couldn't help myself. My heart was like boosh, boosh, opening. And I just was vulnerable, and I shared my heart, and I got the coaching and heard what I needed to hear. And I continued to take the action. And now I have the result. Here is a saying, lessons will be repeated over and over until you pass the test. If you're getting the same lesson like I was, stop and take the test and try your best to pass the test with grace. Follow your mentor's coaching. So your mentor, your coach, the advice they give you, the coaching they give you is going to feel 90% of the time literally insane. Like, are you kidding me? You want me to do what? But if you choose your mentor wisely, they are ahead of you and they've been there. They know your blind spots because they've walked it, and they know the shortcut and the pathway to prosperity. So it may feel counterintuitive, but trust them. Trust that you're in this container and do the work, and you will have the payoff in the end. Watch next week's video. Join my Speak and Grow Rich challenge if you want to be challenged, and if you want to add speaking to the mix, add 6-figure paydays to the mix this year. I can't wait to support you. See you in the next video.